Jeff Flake, a little bit of trouble, as we've told you in the past. His poll numbers are now at 32% approval, making him the least popular senator in America. And he acknowledged that, and he said, well, given that Capitol Hill is not the most popular place, that probably puts me somewhere below pond scum in the views of the voters. And he's quite right about that. And he accurately assessed that one of his problems was that he voted against background checks. So he's going to address that. How so? He's going to send out this tweet. He says, cutting through the clutter, I've always supported background checks. I didn't support Manchin Toomey, and I still don't. I voted for the Grassley Amendment. Oh, come on, dude. Come on, dude. You see, here's how you would support background checks. By voting for them. When you vote against them, that means you are not supporting them. You are killing them. Okay? So you can spin it any way you like. I know you were for the background checks before you were against them. But that ain't going to work. I mean, look, if he had a case to make that, look, this background check was so strident, so ridiculous, so excessive, that this is the one background check he could not sign on for, I'd say, hey, listen, I understand every piece of legislation has, different verbiage in it and different clauses in it, and you might be in favor of it generally, but not against that particular legislation. But this legislation was so damn weak, it wasn't even a universal background check. It had monster-sized loopholes in it. So if you were against this legislation, you were definitely against background checks. And his new twisty twist is, I'm in favor of background checks, but I'm only on the mentally ill. Okay, first of all, that's the NRA position. So wow, thank you for clarifying that. Okay, and then, I guess I could do, gun show checks, but it would have to be, but the internet side, you've got that in the Manchin Toomey bill too. No, I'm going to need exemptions for friends and family if they're texting each other or they're emailing or Facebooking each other. There's already a friends and family exemption. In other words, backpedal, 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 backpedal. Did I say I was against background checks? No, man, I've always been in favor of background checks. Look, dude, a dude walks by and I say to him, what's your goddamn background? I mean, I'm checking people on the street. That's how much I'm in favor of background checks, especially when my poll numbers came in at 32%. So if you were to put that up again and just change like a comma or a colon somewhere, there's some chance I can support that. Oh, is that right, Jeff Flake? You beat them with a stick and they will do. The wisest thing a caller ever said to us. It was a long time ago. He called in. That was about Joe Lieberman. But look, that goes to the larger point. President Obama's played this all wrong for the last 5 years. He always says, oh, but I didn't have the votes. The Republicans voted against me. What can I do? What can I do? Well, it turns out this is what you can do. You make a principled position, you fight for it, and then the Republicans vote you down. But that's not the end of the game. After they vote you down, they get their ass handed to them. They go, hey, Jeff Flake, I'm sorry if here's your ass. You forgot it on the street. Okay, while you were doing background checks of people, you forgot your ass. Okay, you hand it to them, and you hand it to Kelly Ayotte, and you beat them with a political stick. All Obama has is carrots. He's like chomping on the carrots. No, you beat them with a political stick, and then all of a sudden, they will do it. Here comes Flake.
What to do? You take them out of the office and hit them with a stick a couple times. They will do.
They will do. They will do. Okay? Now, Flake is considering changing his vote. Ayotte is considering changing her vote. That's how you play politics. That's how you play hardball. That's how you win if you care to win. So is President Obama going to learn from this and stake out a position that he can defend and do so strongly and take 1 vote, 2 votes, 3 votes, however many votes it takes until they break? No. He will learn nothing from this, and he will continue to make the same errors for the next 3.5 years. But you see, we were right all along. If you go after them hard, they will break.